Listen, I am so excited. This is a great episode. I would like to introduce to you our three daughters, Jada, Jaleesa, and Jeanette. Now I know you're wondering, wow, all these J's. The reason why we named them J's is because my mother's name began with a J and so did Alvin. So we wanted to honor them both, so we had all J's. So Jada.
Hi.
Hey. She is the oldest. You want to kind of tell them a little bit about yourself?
I am Jada. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I have one son, and I'm just happy to be here.
Oh, awesome. Jaleesa.
Hi, Mommy.
Hey.
I'm Jaleesa. I am 36. I have two girls, and I am happy to be working with my parents on this.
Awesome. We appreciate your help too, because we need it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Janae. I am 28 years old, and again, I'm happy to be here as well.
All right, that is the baby. So, ladies, on this Mother's Day episode, give us some insight about what you think about your mother.
My mother is the greatest of all time. I will start by saying that. Always been graceful, even when she yelled at us. Always saw her being a great wife, a great hard worker. She's just an all-around great woman. We've seen it from the time we were kids to now being able to appreciate it even more as adults.
Awesome. So, with your relationship with me, how has it helped you as a mother?
I would say for the most part, the resourcefulness and just being able to balance a lot. I've always saw you work on top of, taking care of us, on top of having a career. At one point you were in school, so I had a point in my life where I was in school, single mom, working. I still work multiple jobs, so just being able to balance it all and then still be a wife at the end of the day, making sure dad was straight too. So I would say just the ability to balance everything.
Okay, Jaleesa, what about you?
Hey, what I think about my mom, the word that I chose is amazing. I watch my mom get off of work, go to school, but still be able to come home and cook a meal for the people in her home. I watched my mom push through all of that, even though she was tired. Like I said, I have two girls, and I've never seen my mom complain about it. She loves her family, and just from that, I love my family, and that's what, I don't know, I just continue to have this strength and love for my family. That's all I can really say. I think I get a lot of that from my mom to try to keep a family together.
So how has it helped you in being a mother to your daughters?
It has helped me by, even though many times I have wanted to, not fall apart in front of my children, even though I wanted to not fall apart and keep pushing and keep going.
Oh,
So that's how it's helped me.
So Janae, you don't have any children as of yet. How has watching your mother helped you as an adult or woman?
Well, I am a very observant person, so when I see you, I see a beautiful person inside and out. I would say, when we would bring our friends over, you always welcomed them like they were your own children. You never hesitated. You never complained about it. they were our friends, they were your babies as well. So that's something that not a lot of people really do. Like, you were very, very genuine about it. And that's why till this day, like, my friends still love you because of
And I love them.
how amazing you are. Like, so.
Awesome. Wow. So I want to kind of talk about you guys. What are questions you have for me about, growing up? And things that you may say, Mom, you gave me good advice about something.
I'll go. What were some kind of concerns that you would have raising 3 girls?
Well, oddly, my mother had 3 girls, and I just basically followed the roadmap which she laid before us, and she would talk to us. We were comfortable going to her about anything, no matter what it was, because she just had so much knowledge. So using that roadmap, I'm like, okay, I got these 3 girls. I didn't turn out too bad, I don't think. I might as well follow the same roadmap, and that's basically what I did. Because I can remember times when we would go out to dinner and stuff, and we would just have, all right, what y'all going through? What's going on in your life? And I would give you my experiences that I've had. Some things I didn't experience that what you guys experienced, because this is a whole different day and time. Just like online dating. Ooh, that's another episode. How about you, Jada?
At first my question was going to be how, but I feel like as I age and go through my own journey of motherhood, I kind of just figure it out. So I'm assuming that was kind of like your path as well. Like you have no choice but to figure it out, especially with me being your first. So a lot of things you didn't know when you had me, and then of course our brother was in the picture as well. So just how actually difficult was it being a first time mom and figuring out what's the right thing to do? Did you take a lot of advice from grandmom, or did you just kind of do your own thing and figure out what worked best for you?
Well, I think I did. I mainly used the advice I got from my mom, and there were times I talked to my mom about certain things or way I was feeling, and she would give me that pep talk saying, listen, you're going to get this, you're the oldest. You're used to being able to take care of your siblings. It's no different in the sense that, you make sure that they're good. You make sure that you're involved in their lives and make it comfortable for them to come and talk to you. So I tell you, my mom, I miss her dearly. I'm appreciative of everything she taught me, everything my father taught me, in how a woman is supposed to be treated, because my father was a provider, he was a protector, and he didn't take no mess. Y'all know how, I'm just grateful for the parents that God blessed me with. Were they perfect? No, they weren't, but none of us are. We're imperfect. And the life lessons that they have taught me helped me to be a better mother, a better wife, better sisters, better cousin, or whatever. So I'm just grateful to God for the parents that he placed in my life. Yeah. So you got questions, Jeanette?
Pretty much like, how were you able to keep it all together? Like, I've never seen you break.
Oh, I did break. Oh, yeah. There were some breaking moments.
Not in front of me. That's
right.
What I mean. Like,
I mean, there were times where it was tough because at one point, we mentioned before in another episode, there was a time in our life where we had 3 kids under the age of 7 or 6. And y'all were all in daycare, and it was a lot. And basically, I just tried to kind of exalt myself and find something that was important to me that I enjoy, and really make that time for myself. Self-care is so important when you're an individual or if you're married.
Amen.
You come with your own identity to that marriage. You don't have to lose it. So if you enjoy painting or crocheting before you got married, keep it up if it's something that you enjoy. And I just made sure that I made time for myself, even though it was difficult. I found those moments where I enjoyed reading. I would pick up a book, go somewhere, sit in the park in my car. How many times have I sat in my car before coming in the house going, Jesus, give me strip? Because if they didn't clean this bathroom like I told them, you know. And the most important thing is prayer. I ask God, please help me to keep it together. Keep me balanced. Keep me in a way where I can be able to be a good wife, a good mother, a good sister or a friend. Because in my personality, I'm that person that people come to asking for advice. So a lot of times people, when you're that type of person, you get burned out. You get burned out. So it is important to find someone who can help speak into your life, help bounce some ideals off of. And my mother was that person. A couple of my friends was that person. So it's just, it takes prayer. It takes prayer, it takes patience, it takes giving yourself grace and giving people grace. So my next question is, what one thing that you guys think that you picked up from me?
My first thought is, I hear you come out of my mouth when it comes to parenting my son. Certain things that I heard her say to me 5,000 times, I say it to my son, and I'm like, girl, you sound like your mom. It happens at least 3 times a day. So
I can relate.
It's just, I don't know. It's just, maybe it would be her aura. I don't know. It's just, I definitely feel like there are several aspects of my motherhood that I've taken from my mom.
Okay. So what about gifts or certain things that I may do or like? Well, I know of one. You definitely love to burn. You like to cook.
I can cook a little something. I can do a little something.
All right.
Yeah, probably it would be the cooking.
Yeah.
I think I'm the cooker of the 3.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Chili's.
I can go off of what Jada said. I definitely sound like mommy. Definitely parenting your nieces. But my thing is, I have a love for people. When greeting people, I still, I feel people out. But, I have a love for people. I have a gift of
discerning.
Discernment. But when it comes to, greeting people, smiling at people, I'm friendly.
Okay.
And that's, it can be good and bad sometimes, but
Because I'm not.
Not all the time, but but I have a gift of, like, through smile and heart, I think I'm a friendly person.
Okay, I agree with that. All right, Janae, what about you?
I believe I get your creative mind, your love for music. Ever since I was probably in your stomach, we were listening to Stevie Wonder, and all these ideas that you have, these creative ideas, arts and crafts, it pops up to me, and I'm like,
Yeah, even though y'all be making fun of me, just like this Christmas, I got in this Christmas spirit and I was making wreaths and spending too much money on Christmas decorations, but that's how it is. Finding your true love. Finding your true love. What are your thoughts about that?
I'm currently in a relationship, but I'm not at the point where I know for sure whether or not I have. I know up until now, I'm 39. I've not found them as of yet, as far as I know. But God willing, that's the trajectory that we're going. So, I'm just looking for someone that is ready to rock out through thick and thin, like my mom and my daddy.
All right. Okay. Teresa?
Oh boy. I do have hopes of finding true love, and like I do have hopes of finding true love. I will say that.
Okay.
I'm still hopeful.
Yeah, you're hopeful. That's good. Janae?
Again, I am hopeful. Though I am dating, I haven't really found who I think is my equal, someone who I don't think I will be able to, let lead me as of yet. But I feel like in order to find your true love, you have to find the true love of yourself first.
Absolutely. And like the Bible says, a man findeth a wife, meaning he has not found you girls yet. Or maybe he has and it just hasn't been revealed that he's the one. But I mean, I understand the different times and, dating, how it could be scary and different things like that. So let's talk about some different stories that we can tell that's not going to be too bad, because a lot of people have sibling rivalry. What is one thing or one story that you guys could tell that you remember about growing up?
What's the
together?
statute of limitations? I mean, I feel like it was just a pretty normal level of sibling rivalry. I would say when it comes to, because Janae and I are 10 years apart. So, I was much older and she was still running around little pinto, bow-legged, whatever. So, yeah, Jaleesa and I were closer in age. So we had, she used to pop the heads off my Barbies and hide them and put substances inside of my beauty products.
Like what?
Okay. It was mean to me. You were mean.
I probably was, but I'm the oldest and I'm supposed to be mean. So I don't know why she did it, but it was probably like, I know what it was.
You put salt.
Yeah, because I always used to say that she was just so greedy. Whatever you give her, she'll just take it. So one day I put like salt in some juice or something, and I was like, "Here,
soda."
I said, "You want the rest of this?" And she drank it, and it was just like a lot of salt in there. So to get me back, she put garlic powder in my body lotion, and I'm rushing to get ready for school, and I just I'm like rubbing I'm like, well, I smell like fried chicken. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. I went to school smelling funny, like nobody said anything, but
delicious.
When I asked, I was like, Mom, what's something's wrong, and I just looked at her and I was like. So it was that kind of stuff, little back and forth. I used to walk in the room and just clothesline everything off the dresser and leave.
See? See?
All fun. Clean up, girl.
Mean.
Now, it's an age difference between Janae and you of how many years?
7. About 7.
All right, and you two are 10 years apart. So now, like you said that you two are closer in age. How was it like when you found out that Janae was coming? Did you feel like, oh, we don't want her, or?
It wasn't that I didn't want her. It was just like, I'm not gonna be the baby no more.
I was happy until I had to be the babysitter.
Oh,
I wanted to go outside still. That was my first job.
Right. So how did you feel, Janae, about your older sisters?
Well, in the beginning, I was just like, they're so mean. Like, they always tease me. And I always start crying. Till this day, they bring up things that I did when I was like 3 years old. Like, how could I have controlled that? But now it's like, now that I'm older, we understand each other more. And I feel like our bond is much closer. I always joke and say that me and Jaleesa are twins. I just overslept by 7 years. And like me and Jada, we have this thing where like we always have like the same song. Like I always try to find music that like not a lot of people know, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm listening to this song. She's like, oh, I love that song. Like,
so
we
you
have
the
this
same similar taste in music. Okay.
So
I never know what they listening to.
Okay, so let's start with Jada. Jada, I see both my husband and myself in her. She's a hustler, not in a bad way, meaning she don't have enough money for something, she gonna find a way to pick up another job, a odd job or a hobby, and she's gonna turn it into income. She gets that from her dad. Not to say that I don't do the same, but my husband is a true hustler. He knows how to make things happen. So I see that in her. I also see the fact that she loves to cook, and she is very attentive to our grandson. Even though I didn't biologically have a son, I see in her how I would have been had I had a biological son. And just the fact that I admire the way that she keeps a line of communication open with him and, make sure that he's good. And she don't mind dealing with him when he steps out of line, regardless if he's towering over her at 11 years old. She keeps him in check, and she also keeps him engaged, keeps him accountable, especially when it comes to schoolwork and things of that nature. She's a great friend, because I tell you, when I look at you and your friends, y'all are middle school friends, and y'all still good friends now. I wish that I had that same situation, but I don't. But that's good. That's cool. I think it's important that you also take time for yourself, even though you're trying to raise a son. So I think that's a beautiful thing about you. You're smart, you're intelligent, you're articulate, and that's what I admire and love about you as a person, and what I think that you get from me and your dad. Jaleesa, she's like me because I'm an emotional person. I could look at a commercial and be boo-hooing, okay? We're emotional. And we used to tease my dad and call him Crying Snooks, because he used to be the same way. As rough and tough that he would claim to be, he would still cry at a drop of a hat. So I would say she's the emotional side. And she's very caring when it comes to our granddaughters, making sure that they're good. Now the baking thing, I'm gonna say I don't do. I mean, I can bake, but it's not something I like to do. I'd rather cook like food, not bake it. But she's very gifted in baking, and I tell you, she's the reason why we gained 5 pounds here and 5 pounds there. But we try to tell her, no more baking, because we're trying to be on this diet. So. But yeah, I love that about her, and I see in her, she's a people watcher like I am. I watch people, I observe people, and I determine from that how I'm going to deal with you as a person. So she has that gift, and she's very in tune to who she is. She's very in tune to who she is, and what she needs to do. And she's very gifted. Like, she is the person that fixes our TVs and remote controls and why my computer doing this and that. She's very gifted, in that area, and I would love to see you go after that and get more skills, because I think that's truly one of your gifts. Janae, the baby, the surprise, our surprise, because after that 7 year, we were done. We was like, okay, no boys, so we're done. Janae is like myself because she's definitely an observer, like she said. She can feel people's, I don't want to say energy, but their spirit. Mm-hmm. She can feel people's spirit. And she may not say a lot, but she's thinking, always thinking. Yeah, very thinking. She's the auntie that the kids love to tit for tat. So all that these two did to her, my poor grandchildren.
That's a fact.
My poor grandchildren catches it. So, but she loves children. She's a school teacher, so she loves children. But she also loves to torment her nieces and nephews and little cousins. So she's sweet as pie, though. Even though you could look at her and be like, she seems mean. But honestly, to be honest, when she was a little girl, she used to look at me that way. Now I brought her in the world. But she just has this way of looking at people like she's looking right through you. So I think that's a great quality.
I think that's a family quality.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So, and what she's thinking sometimes shows on her face. So if you look at her, you be like, what's wrong? Because she's thinking something and it shows on her face. So I think all three of them have that as well. So, but yeah, wow, this is interesting topic here. So y'all have any questions for me or?
I'll ask, as far as discipline, when we were younger, how did you decide, with girls, how did you decide which way to go with us? Like, by not, I guess, trying to do too much. Like, how did you decide which route of discipline to go with us?
Well, that's interesting because each one of y'all are different, okay? I'm not going to name no names, but they had all the mouth, and I had to let her know that you are not my equal, you're not my parent, you are my daughter. And when I tell you to do something, I expect you to do it. You two, if I asked you to do something, you pretty much did it. I may have to remind you, but it was no back talk. Back talk, I would say, was the most,
In my defense, and I'm going to just go ahead and eat that one. In my defense,
yes,
I'm not the type of person that you can just tell me anything and that just because, like she said, I'm very, intuitive, intellect. I want to know why. Why I gotta give you the remote and your legs? You can get up and go get the remote yourself. That was my thought process back then. As an adult now, you can't just feed me anything and I'm gonna just take it. That goes for this period. Learning, that goes for a man. Unfortunately, I want to know why. I would like to know why. Are we going to be in danger if we go into this?
So should I tell the story? The one time I asked her, I said, I would think I was working from home at the time. And I said, Jada, why didn't you do these dishes? I told you these dishes don't need to be piling up, and especially when I have to get ready to cook dinner. Well, you was home all day. Why didn't you do them?
So there, I'm going to say I apologize because now as a single mother, I work from home. DJ gonna do them dishes. I got 4 jobs.
You got a lot of stories, sis.
Listen, that's why I'm so smart now.
Okay.
You feel me? But I will admit I was the one. I probably was, and they were probably as good as they were because they learned from all the trouble that I got into. But that just accounts for it. I have an intelligent sister. They knew not to go that route. You know,
watch and learn.
I walked so y'all can run.
I may have thought it, but I did not speak it.
It just I was the test of me. So I'm glad that y'all took that.
Thank you for being the sacrifice.
So anybody else have any other questions before we end our session? Now listen, I just want to say, as your mother, I'm proud of each one of you. I'm proud of some of the decisions that you have made that has turned your life into a way of expanding for your children and just expanding, period. I appreciate the fact that even though all of us have struggles and you have all gone through things, that y'all have come out on the other side better, stronger, wiser. And my advice would be always stay connected to God, because anything disconnected from Him makes life even harder. That life is easier when you're walking with God, when you're praying, when you're studying His Word, when you're living His Word. Continually to put God first in everything you do.
I just wanted to say, we just appreciate y'all for being the parents that y'all have been. Because everyone is not fortunate to grow up having both their parents always being great examples of human beings first, Christians, parents, people, women, men, whatever. We never went without. If things were low, we didn't know. You know, we had great childhoods. Y'all kept everything as stable as possible. And me, you know, being a single parent, wanting to be able to have that for my son, the fact that you were able to do it and not lose it, you know, just everything was just, we can't say that we ever went without a Christmas, without a birthday, without heat, without lights. Like, if any of that was ever going on, it's not something that we saw. So if you see, you know, me, you know, hustling and making sure, it's just because I want to be able to give my son as close to what I had growing up because of y'all. So thank you. Thanks for always praying with us, praying for us, keeping, you know, God in our lives. It definitely makes a difference in how we are allowed to keep pushing through this ghetto world that we're living in right now. So just thank y'all. Thank y'all for being who y'all are.
Yeah, I'm trying. And if you ever gave tough love, it was for the better. Might have hurt our feelings sometimes, but it was for the better. So we appreciate y'all.
And I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all know that.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys too for always having our backs. Whenever we think we're in trouble, all we have to do is call y'all up. Like, I don't know what to do. And y'all will give us, you know, the thing that we needed to hear, not what we wanted to hear, but what we needed to hear. So I really appreciate the both of y'all.
Wow. Okay, now my makeup is running and everybody else's. We're going to end this episode. Who knows? Maybe we'll come back with another episode. Who knows? But we just want to thank you all for watching. And I hope that a mother out there who may be disconnected from their children, or a child that hasn't talked to their mother, that this episode will make you think back on when times were different, and that it will encourage you to come together and try to work through those tough times. Because let's face it, every family has them, including our family. We've been through some stuff, okay? So just know that God is near. Reach out to Him. Ask Him to intercede on your behalf on what needs to be done to bring your family back together. Thank you again. Please subscribe to our Facebook, click like and share. Also our Instagram, as well as our YouTube channel. We're just here to try to help you and just show you us. We're not perfect. Our family is not perfect. But we're perfect when we are following God in His word. So thank you again for watching, and have a great day.